Welcome back, guys, to another video. In this video, we're going to actually kick off a fun series I'm doing with Ryan, who happens to be one of the main coaches of the Recruiter School. Very happy to have him on the video here together. And we thought to kick off the series, we're going to go over some real email templates that are lacking in a certain specific way. And we'll give you the opportunity to figure out what's missing, but also share with you our own opinions on how to improve and where the weaknesses may be. So we're going to go over 4 main examples together, and then we happy to kind of share our thoughts and hope that this ultimately gives you value. Ryan, thanks for joining me on the call.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Perfect. So let's fly through this. Okay, example number 1, subject. We can help with your recruitment needs. Hi, client name. I hope you're doing well. I'm with your agency name, and we specialize in helping companies like yours find the best talent. We have a track record of success and would love to help with any open positions you currently have. Let me know if you're interested in learning more about your service. Best, your name. We're going to go ahead and give you 5-10 seconds to kind of think for yourself what's wrong with this email. All right. So I guess Ryan, let me open up to you. But before I do, let me just say one thing, which is kind of funny. So on a surface level, reading through it, it actually doesn't sound that bad. This might actually have worked maybe 5-10 years ago. But now that the nature of the competitiveness and landscape is changing, there is a lot of areas that this email needs to be tweaked and improved. So what are your quick kind of gut opinions here, Ryan?
Yeah, first of all, I agree. I have seen many a worse email than this, right? But that said, there are a couple things that stick out to me. And the biggest thing is just the total lack of personalization. This email could be sent to any company, any hiring manager, any industry, any role, and it would apply. And while that may sound like a good thing, that really is a negative thing because, as you know, Preston, personalization is king in recruiting, right? Especially when you're reaching out to prospective clients. So it doesn't even mention the name of the company you're reaching out to or the industry that they're in or, just more background information that is specific to this job posting, this location, or this role here. So that's the biggest thing that sticks out to me is it's just so generic where if I were to get this email, I'd be like, well, they probably sent that to me and 10,000 other people. So first things first, definitely need to personalize it a little bit more.
I agree. Nothing special pops out with this email. And I think when it comes to email automations or just email outreach, everyone's like, wow, I can just have like a really, generic email. And then I just need to just increase the scale. So send thousands and thousands a day. While this might convert a client, perhaps, again, there's nothing special. And as a result, people who look at it, they're going to treat it like a commodity. There's like, this is really no different to the 20 other emails I'm getting the same day. Are you struggling with getting responses from clients? Are you an established recruiter who is struggling to break 6 figures and beyond? Are you looking to start recruiting part-time and you don't know how? Do you feel burned out and stuck spending hours and hours each day in manual tasks like sourcing and outreaching and feeling like you have no time to actually run and grow your business? I am absolutely happy to announce that we have launched our own recruitment, educational, and coaching program to help you on your journey. We made sure that everything I've learned in the past 10 years, the tips, the strategies that really helped me build multiple 7 figures of placements on my own desk with some of the best companies in the world will be included in there. We'll also be including things like how you can build an acquisition system that brings in clients every month to your agency hands-free, how you can maximize the probability of a positive close during negotiations, how you can automate and outsource your day-to-day operations so that you don't have to spend hours per day researching or sourcing, how you can figure out the new and modern way to scale your agency that minimizes risk and maximizes your upside potential. And we've also included much more. The best thing about this is not only will you be getting amazing content, but we will also handhold you and be with you every step of the way to make sure that you are held accountable and you crush your goals. We'll also share with you our own tech stack, tools, and plugins we actually use, plus everything else we know about automation and AI to help you save time, work smarter, and not be a slave to your business. The exciting news is that we've actually rolled this out to a select few people earlier this year, and I'm excited to see them well on the way to multiple 6 figures, with some breaking $30,000 to $50,000 per month already. So if you're interested to be a successful recruiter that can dominate in any market conditions, make sure you click on the link below to chat with another member of our team, and we're happy to chat with you to see if we can help you out. Make sure you jump on this really quickly. See you on the other side. It's very generic. There's no effort that kind of screams from this email, from this. And as a result, people who look at it, they're going going to treat it like a commodity. There's like, this is really no different to the 20 other emails I'm getting the same day. And honestly, effort counts here. So like you got to do your research. There's talking about the client's companies, the industry, all that helps. There's even no personalization about even the person you're reaching out to, which could also be another great angle to utilize. Basically, the whole point is just zero effort, generic. This is something that can literally be created by your random free AI email template generator. This is not going to work for you. It's not going to be sustainable. And I agree. The biggest lack here is the lack of personalization.
Yeah. And if you want to stand out from all the other recruiters, you got to be personalized. Like this is an easy email to write because anybody can do it. And if you want to stick out and you want to be able to set yourself apart from the other recruiters and show your value, you have to put in some more effort than this.
Quality, you got to have quantity in outreach, but you also have to do quality. I would rather you send out less, but more effort because those are going to convert way more than you just
Oh
sending out
yeah.
a lot of just junk out there.
Every day of the week, 100%.
Every day of the week. Cool. Well, I hope you guys were able to come to that same conclusion as well. So let's go to the second email. Subject, hire top talent today. We can help. That's better. Hi, client name. I know your company's growing and you need the best talent on board to help you with that. Our agency has been delivering top quality candidates for years, and we love to partner with you to meet your recruitment goals. We can provide fast and efficient placements that will make your hiring process a breeze. Contact me to get started, and we can talk about how we can help you grow your team right away. Best regards. Again, we'll give you 5-10 seconds, guys, to think for yourself on how you can improve this email. All right, all right. So for me, off the bat, Ryan, it honestly feels like a punching match, right? It's like you're just coming in hot. Every single sentence is like, this is what we can do. 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 Like literally jabbing or punching them in the face without giving them any reprieve or just space to give them true value, to personalize them. It's like you're just coming in. They don't know who the heck you are. You're shoving all this down your throat. And then you're like, now I want to take. Give me a time. I want to talk to you. Very aggressive, very sales driven. What are your thoughts?
I agree 100%. And one thing that also stood out to me is, like you said, that we can do this, we do this, this is who we are. You're talking about yourself. And well, that's great and all. If we're being honest, the person you're sending this email to doesn't care who you are, right? They care what you can do for them. They care about themselves. And so you want to craft these emails like you are the person receiving them. You got to think, okay, if I'm sending this email to Preston, what would Preston want to receive in an email, right? You don't think, hey, this is what I do. This is me. This is me. This is me. Let's talk about you. So when it comes to this email, I definitely recommend switching up the language, switching up the verbiage to make it more about the client themselves, their company, their needs. Don't talk about yourself and what you can do. Talk about them and what needs they have that you could potentially solve.
It's all about balance. This screams, like you said, me. And it should be more of a mindset like, how can we help you? Right.
Mhm.
And so while a lot of this stuff that is in the first paragraph is important, what's glaringly missing from this email is we understand what you need. This is your pain point and how we can help. Right. It's just basically coming and saying, this is all about me. And you're just not making it really clear that you've done any research that, like, no matter how great you're making yourself sound, if it's actually a good fit to the person who's actually getting the email to make them want to respond to you in the first place, right? So people respond when they feel like you can actually help. And that is the biggest principle you have to think about with sales is we're not here to take, we're here to give value and provide very clearly in terms of your narrative and your messaging that we are a solution, that we're here to help them with the pain point, a real one that they're experiencing today, instead of saying, hey, this is us, we're amazing, blah, 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 blah. Let's set up on a call. Like you literally didn't show them any way to kind of be a Lego piece or that bridge between their pain point and what you can deliver and how it actually can be cohesive in terms of like a collaborative relationship and a solution.
Yeah. And I think it also goes back to the last email we had with personalization. No, we're not saying here you have to have every single line, every single sentence perfectly personalized to the client, the candidate, but even putting in a little bit of effort to show, hey, this is why I think we're a good match. Hey, this is why, I'm in your industry, I'm in your geography. Just putting a little more effort in to show that, hey, I did my research, I know what your need is, and I know how I can help it if we work together.
So the biggest theme so far is I think when you are brand new to this and you're crafting emails, it's always like, oh my God, how do I like make myself sound and look good? The real way that you need to think about is how can I approach whoever I'm approaching and convey that we can help them with whatever they need help with, right? And then balance it out with, okay, what about our specialty and expertise can actually be a solution for them instead of just only thinking about you, right? So again, lacking personalization here, lacking just like the really making that value crystal clear, and just very, very aggressive with sales just about yourself and expecting conversion, it's probably unlikely. I would still say though that this is probably still better than the first one because you're at
Yeah.
least giving now more information about yourself. But again, the information about like the recipient giving value, showing that you care about them, that's lacking.
Absolutely.
Cool. I already know what's wrong with the third one before even having to read it, but let's go ahead and read this. So, subject line: improve your hiring process with our expertise. Hi, I want to reach out and introduce to you our name, a recruitment firm that has specialized in X, Y, and Z over 10 years. We understand the unique challenges that companies like yours face when it comes to recruiting top talent, especially in areas like X, Y, and Z. Our team has built a robust network of candidates who meet your criteria, and we use a multi step vetting process to ensure you're getting the best of the best. We take care of everything from job postings and candidates outreach to initial interviews and background checks, all while maintaining a high level of communication and transparency throughout the process. We've helped clients like X, Y, and Z achieve great results, and we believe we can do the same for you. Please let me know if you'd like to discuss how we can support your recruiting efforts best. All right, take another 5-10 seconds. So, Brian, when it comes to this email, I don't know about you, but I almost fell asleep reading it.
Mhm.
Way too long. Guys, you will literally have probably like 5 seconds, 6 seconds to make an impression. If your email takes this long to write, this long to read, chances are, no matter how great it is, even though it's better, I would say it's definitely better than the first one, you're going to lose a lot of people. What are your thoughts,
Preston,
Ryan?
I have a question for you. Have you ever received an email from someone you don't know that was 3 paragraphs long and you read the entire thing and you took the time to give thoughtful, detailed response back?
The fact that I'm struggling to remember is just is my point,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So like, look, on one hand, it's important to have all the right information in the email, but on the second hand, you got to be concise as well. And if it takes you, I don't know how long it'll take you to write this, but if it takes someone really long to read it, my goodness, there is just a very, very low probability they're going to even make it to the end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think what comes to my mind with this email is, our whole goal for this email outreach is to get the client on the phone, to get that call booked with them, right? That call is where you can go into all this information about all the fancy bells and whistles that you have and do. That would be of value to them. This email, the purpose of this is just to get your foot in the door, just to book that call, right? So you need to really shrink this email down because that's not the purpose of this email. The purpose of this email is get your foot in the door, get the call. Later on the call, that's when you can dive into all this. But this email here do not need to have so much detail at this point.
Now, again, the silver linings, I liked how in the first paragraph, you make it clear that, they're hiring for a certain role and you can kind of, you specialize in that market, in that area. So you're briefly addressing kind of the pain points and challenges that they're going through, which is, I think, better than the first two emails. Again, the second paragraph is all about you, what you can do, what you do very, very well. So I think on the whole, it's definitely a step in the right direction, but it's just way too wordy, right? Way too
Mhm.
wordy, but it can definitely be still more concise, better personalization, better value, and not too salesy.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Definitely better personalization with that. The last line of the first paragraph mentioning the industry, and then in the last paragraph saying a similar client. I think that's a great call. Another thing, Preston, I wanted to talk about here was the subject lines. I know we haven't touched on that too much now.
Mhm.
All of these subject lines sound very salesy, very generic, and they don't sound like subject lines that I personally would want to open. When I think about the emails I like to open, it tends to be more casual subject lines or, something that a friend might send me, right? If you just send, hey, business need, I can solve, that's less exciting to open than something like, hey, Preston, let's chat about this, or something
Mhm.
more informal. I have found to be a lot more successful from a subject line perspective than just, here is my value, let's talk.
I agree. It can't be salesy. It can't be generic. It can't be robotic. The whole point of a subject line is to raise eyebrows and to prevent them from clicking and reading the next email, right? It's just got to be unique, memorable. It's got to have like pizzazz so that they can actually read your email. But the funny thing is, subject lines, we can make a whole nother video about subject lines. So if you guys want to see Ryan and I break down subject lines, comment down below and we're happy to kind of make that. But if you were to go back to the first email subject line, we can help with your recruitment needs. That's very, very generic, very salesy. The second one, hire top talent today. We can help! Exclamation. I think the only thing I like about this one is the use of an exclamation, right? It's kind of like, hey, you're kind of like shouting from the mountaintop. Maybe that's a little bit different from not doing anything. The third, improve your hiring process with our expertise. I mean, that's even probably worse than the second one. It's even more generic and more salesy. Out of the top three, which one do you like the most? The first three emails, Ryan,
Ooh,
for subject lines.
I don't love any of them, if I'm being honest. but I think my favorite, if I had to choose, would be the second. Like you said, I like the exclamation point. It's a little bit less generic, but still not amazing.
Yeah, yeah, cool. All right, on to the last one. Email number 4. Subject, let's talk soon. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to check in with you to see if you need help with any of your current recruitment needs. We work with companies like yours to find top talent quickly and efficiently. Let me know what your current needs are and we can discuss how we can help. All right, take another 5, 10 seconds. So when it comes to this email, there is a lot of things wrong with it. It should be pretty obvious, right? I think while the third email was going in the right direction with like showing more value and personalizing and showing more about like how you can help, we took a couple steps backwards with this last one. Like I don't see any personalization. I don't see any value. I don't even see like even any good sales language, even about what you can offer to them, right? It's super, super generic. I just want to check in with you to see if you need help with any of your current recruitment needs. It's not even specific to a specific role or type of roles that you specialize in. I mean, this, I think we're going backwards with this last email, but lack of personalization, lack of like pitching yourself adequately, and just what's the whole point with this email? Like, let me know what your current needs are and we can discuss how we can help. It's extremely open-ended. Any sort of outreach needs to lead to some sort of what we call CTA, call to action. Are you meeting them for coffee? Are you booking them a call? Like you leave them open-ended. You don't control that conversation. You don't control that narrative. You put the power and the ball in their court and they can choose just never to respond to you ever again. So, writing a constructive email, there's an art to it, and you got to control that conversation and you got to control the outcome and the probability as much as you can so that if your email does the job well enough, what do you want them to do? And if you don't give them a clear step, you could immediately lose them no matter how good your email is. But Ryan, what are your thoughts? What else is kind of glaringly missing for you?
Yeah, I agree. I think you hit on the big points. I think in my mind, the only redeemable factor about this email is the length. It's short. It's, 2 lines. That's good. I think the shorter the better in general tends to be a good rule of thumb for writing these emails. But that said, content wise, yeah, it's pretty tough. It's just so vague. And if I were to read this, if I were to receive this, if I were a hiring manager, I wouldn't really know like who's reaching out to me, why do they care about my hiring needs, like what's going on. Like in the first or second sentence, it says, I want to check in with you, see if you need help. This just opens the door for them to be like, no. Or even if they say, yeah, we need help, then you got to follow up again with another email and it's just another chance to lose them. And so you need a stronger call to action. Be like, let me know what time you have this week to chat, or click this link to book a time on my calendar. Don't just be like, let me know, get back to me if you want to. Okay, thanks. So definitely need some more strength in the call to action and a little more detail on who we are and why we're reaching out.
Also, let's revisit the subject line. Let's talk soon. Like, why would they want to talk to you?
Mhm.
You gave them no reason for them to respond to you, let alone wanting to talk to you. That's also a pretty horrible subject line as well. Like, talk soon and talk about what exactly? So,
Mhm.
Ryan, if you were to think about the elements that a perfect email needs to have after kind of going through these 4 emails, like, what would you say they are?
Ooh, good question. Couple things. Firstly is length. You don't need paragraphs and paragraphs. Keep it short, as short as you can while giving all the right information. That's what you need. Second is personalization. You want to make the receiver of this email feel like, hey, they spent time researching me, researching my company, researching my needs, and they know how to help. Three, you need to mention at least a little bit who you are, why you're reaching out. Are you a recruiter? Are you a salesperson? Are you somebody else? What is your value? And then fourth is that strong call to action. Why are you reaching out? Are you looking to book a call? Are you looking to grab coffee? Are you looking to meet in person, something else? Whatever you are looking to do, make it known in that email.
I think the only thing I want to add is that at the end of the day, you have to make that person feel somewhat special. That they obviously know you're probably emailing other people, but you want them to kind of feel like just for 1 second that you're just emailing them and them alone.
Mhm.
Right. And if you can
Absolutely.
really come across that you care, you've done your research, you can actually help, you can get them true, 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 true value. You're personalizing your emails are not too long. I think that will increase significantly the probability of someone responding back to you because like, oh wow, Ryan and Preston, they actually did the research. They know my company, they know my team. They even maybe mentioned something that they saw about my background on LinkedIn or one of my recent posts. Like they just care. They put in that extra effort and never underestimate the power of perceived effort when it comes to cold outreach because people want to respond to people. They don't want to respond to AI. They they don't want to respond to robots that just don't care about them, that just look at them the same as anybody else. So do your best to balance that humane element with obviously like showing them like how you can help and really making that pain point clear with your expertise and kind of you being a solution. But I think treat people the way you want to be treated, and that really applies with outreach. If you get an email, like create an email that you yourself will respond to. And I think if you can do what Ryan talked about and also show them that, hey, you're a human being and you care about them, you're acknowledging that, that can go a long way. Any last words, Ryan?
No, you really wrapped it up well over there. Again, just keep it personalized, put in the effort, make them feel special, keep it brief, you'll be golden.
Cool. Well, guys, if you like this video, you want to see more videos with Ryan and I are happy to do more series just like these, kind of raw, go with the flow videos, but at the same time, doing our best to give you our honest thoughts and value. So if you want to, again, see more videos about subject lines or anything else like cold calling or messaging or things like that, please let us know. We'd love to make more and just, always here to help you and give you value as much as possible. So Ryan, thank you again so much for your time. And
Thank you.
we'll see you guys on the next video.
All right, see you guys soon.